population loss in the Hill District. So these apartments provide an opportunity to return to our neighborhood. This adjacent lot that we're standing on is going to be beautified and used as open space. That was Tom's vision, to make sure that this space can be used for community benefit and to allow for home-based businesses and pop-up sales and demonstrations. So you're starting to see that legacy of Mr. Ham be built upon here by Tom. The success of this project will not only bring catalytic change to Center Avenue, but it's going to pave the way for future revitalization efforts. It's very easy in a neighborhood like the Hill District to be afraid of development, to think that development is happening to you and not for you or with you. But the URA's commitment is to ensure that this neighborhood will be developed from the inside out, not the outside in. And so there are a lot of people that have played a role in making today happen. No singular entity or person is responsible. As I said earlier, everybody has brought power to the table to make this possible. And so our first speaker really doesn't need an introduction, but I'm going to give one anyway. Our first speaker is the president and CEO of the Hill CDC, Marimba Malayans. If you know anything about Marimba, you know that she's toiled and she's invested in this community in a way that many have not, when it would have been easy to abdicate her role and move on because it's just too hard to develop the Hill District. She kept moving. And so if I had to ascribe a superpower to her, the power that I would ascribe to her is vision. A big part of the reason why we see Center Avenue being redeveloped the way that it is right now is because Marimba shared her vision with us. And when she shares her vision, you know that you've been given a gift. So Marimba, I'm going to ask you to come up now and say a few words. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. As Diamante mentioned, and thank you for the superpower, I appreciate that. As Diamante mentioned, it's an emotional moment for those of us who have witnessed the journey of our commercial corridor here in the Hill District and just the redevelopment in general. I'm going to start with a personal story about Mr. Ham. When many of you know that my father, Jake Malayans, was an elected official for the school board and then city council. He was an activist at heart. And there was a police brutality incident happening here on Kirkpatrick, thank you, going up towards what was the public housing community. And so he intervened. And the police car rolled over his foot. It just became like a real spectacle, right? I was in 4th grade, so I was really embarrassed that this happened to my father. And that I got a phone call. How I learned about it was I got a phone call from Mr. Ham. And he said, hey, where's your mother? And I said,